Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Jane and I talk about my financial journey and share my lessons and experiences. Today's video is going to be a walkthrough of setting up my Vanguard account. I've already done a video on Vanguard and that covered off sort of basics, and I went through the questions that I had and that I was researching before taking the plunge and starting the investment journey with Vanguard. So if that's something of interest, I'll link it. But it basically went through what is Vanguard, the costs and things like that. But today I'm actually just going to set up the account. You need your sort of contact details, your national insurance number, which you can usually find on a payslip. And I'm just going to take you through and walk through now. I've done a bit of research on the funds that I'm going to invest in, but I'm going to deal with that on a separate video. So today is really just setting up the account so I can actually start getting some of those returns in. So here we go. And it just outlines there exactly what you need. So national insurance number on your payslip, debit card details and bank details if you're going to make the regular payments. It's important before you begin this process to know exactly which account that you're going to be opening. I did deal with this previously on the last video, but I will be looking for the tax-free ISA. But if you're not sure about that, have a look at the last video. And so here's just some of the important investor information. Just reiterating that you can only open the one stocks and shares ISA per year, and that will renew again in April. So make sure that you match the eligibility requirements before proceeding. So here's some of the key facts that you have to read through. So you can look through those at your own leisure. So once you're happy with those, click you want to continue with the investment. Remember that it's UK residents only for the tax ISAs. You've only got the one ISA for the year, so just make sure you're comfortable with that. Now, even before you're putting in any of your contact details, it's asking you for confirmation of which funds that you want to invest in. Now, remember, there's the option of either beginning with the £500 lump sum or the £100 per month as a minimum, and you can go above that. So whilst it's important to have an understanding of the funds that you want to invest in to begin with, you can change them afterwards. So you're not fully committed. You can change the proportion, which funds that you want to invest in going forward, as well as if you decide something today and then in a couple of months' time decide that you don't want to invest in that fund anymore, that's available to you as well. It would just be a matter of selling the investments and then looking to put it elsewhere. And remember, there's no entry or exit fees with Vanguard, which is a real plus point. I touched in my last video that I think a really good place to start is with the life strategy funds. I'm a beginner investor, and whilst I will be doing some more research and thinking about which funds and the spread, the risk, the geographical location and things like that, I think for now, to just get the account set up, I'm going to go with one of the life strategy funds. So that is a type of blended fund, and because I'm going to be doing this for the long term, I'm not going to be looking at it, checking it every day. You know, it's a long-term investment towards my time, and the lighting is pretty bad because the sun's coming over. Right, so as I was saying, this is a long-term strategy, a long-term goal. It's not something I'm going to be dipping in and out of. I'm going to be putting it in each month and then leaving it to sit there. So, you know, I'm going to be looking at the returns and making a decision on what funds, but yeah, it's important to remember it is that long-term goal. So looking at the 100% equity fund, that means 100% of the funds are in stocks and shares, and accumulation, that means that when the dividends are paid out, it's reinvested back into the fund. So you won't be seeing that each quarter or each year. So, you know, like I said, it's my long-term goal. I'm just going to be putting that money away. So I would prefer the return and create that compound interest effect and keep growing. So I'm going to go for the accumulation. You've got the option of the key investor information here. That will tell you about the objectives. So that says pay out money and increase in value through a portfolio comprising 100% shares. It also tells you the risk profile, which is a 5, so towards the higher end, but that then is also associated with the higher rewards. As with any fund, it's important to look at the specific charges. And, you know, as we've said before, Vanguard is known to be low cost in comparison with other funds. And for this particular fund, the ongoing charges is 0.22%. So that means for every £1,000 that you put into the fund each year, you'd be charged an annual fee of £2.20, which is not bad at all. So I'm fine with that. There's no entry or exit fees. So again, if you're wanting to move those funds, that is a potential option. And there is a brief overview of past performance. As it says in bold, there's not a reliable indicator of future performance. You can see that there is some dips, but again, remember, it's the long-term goal, so you're going to allow for peaks and troughs of the market. So I think it's quite good that that's just all there in one document. It's easy to compare between the risk. And as I said before, you've got the option of beginning your account with either a £500 lump sum payment or a regular monthly payment of £100. And once you've set that up, then you can add more to that. So that's your choice. There's the flexibility there. Even at the start, you can sort of look through and see where you want to go to begin with. As I touched on before, there's a real choice of different funds. But for now, I'm going to go with the £100 here. And as you can see at the bottom, it's quite good because it will sort of show you how much is left of your ISA allowance. It's the personal detail. It's quite strange because the password requirements say no special characters, which I tend to try and put in quite a lot of mine. There we go. And then you've got that risk warning again. Key investor documents to sort of make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into and that the value of investments can go up as well as down. My details to set up my direct debit. And then you have to start your direct debit 8 business days in the future. So you acknowledge that you've read that key information, click confirm. And then that's it, they start setting up your account. So there we go, account set up, and they're going to be processing the account. And then just got details of where the funds are going in. And go to my account overview, and then hopefully that will start to increase. So that was it. Took less than 10 minutes, and that was sort of being fairly slow. So you've got to have your national insurance and your contact details and your bank details and some sort of idea whether you want to do the lump sum or the monthly payment. Now you do need to choose early on which fund that you're going to look in. So I thought it might be the other way around and that you do your details and then could choose afterwards, but you do need to have that in mind first of all. So I went for the Life Strategy Fund. There's plenty of videos and stuff out on there, but I'm going to be doing my next video on the spread of funds that I'm going to choose, how much I'm going to be paying in each month and the reasons for doing so. So it might take a bit of time for me to get to grips with that, but I'm started now. I've got my Trading 212 account, now I've got my Vanguard account, which is going to be more index funds, and that's where the bulk of my investments are going to go. So I'm really excited, can't wait for them to increase, hopefully, and yeah, excited to share the journey with you. If you can let me know which Vanguard funds you invest in, which ones you recommend, which ones to avoid, please let me know in the comments below. And yeah, thanks for joining me.